Oh, I am ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Where are you going?
I'm going to the garden.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun.
I was going to say, I think it is so much fun to go to garden houses and greenhouses and
just look at
garden centers, I should maybe say.
Yes.
But because they have so many things, beautiful, beautiful things. So I'm packing my suitcase because I figure I'm just going to go and stay.
You're going to go to the garden? Oh, well.
I'm going to stay.
I'm curious what you have in your suitcase.
Oh, well, you're going to have to wait a few minutes, but we are going to show you exactly what is in the suitcase. So you just hang tight for a minute because we've got several different things that we definitely want to talk to all of our listeners about today. And of course, as always, we're so glad to have you here, and we want to know where you are listening from this morning. And, tell us. I got your cup of coffee. What are you up to this morning? Be sure to tell us. So we love
Heidi,
that.
let's tell them where we're at.
Oh, we're in Conrad, Iowa, which is on Main Street. Our store is right on the corner of Main Street in Conrad, Iowa, which is a cute little town. Mm-hmm. And do you know what we have coming up? On April 26th.
Yes, we have a fun little event in the evening for Girls Night Out.
Girls Night Out. Mm-hmm. And it is a great opportunity to come and really see what our Main Street is all about. We're having what we're calling mocktails and appetizers. And it is an event that is free to anybody, whether you are a quilter or not. It is from 4 to 7. And it'll be upstairs in our retreat center.
Well, Heidi, I'm gonna interrupt you.
Oh, yeah.
This is just what we have going
on.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so if you have not been in our retreat center, even if you're not a quilter, it's a great place to come and see.
Absolutely.
So certainly, if nothing else, stop in and see it there. You want to talk about what you're doing? I interrupted you.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Well, we're going to be serving mocktails and appetizers because mocktails are kind of the trendy thing right now. So we like to be trendy, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
sure.
right, to be trendy.
Sure.
So we've got Natalie from Natural Grind. She is coming from Grundy Center, and she will be in charge of all of the mocktails. And Ann McMillan with Pampered Chef is going to be in charge of the appetizers. So I know we're going to be well taken care of.
We will be, and fun.
Well taken care of. But you're right. It's not just a Hen and Chick studio event. It is an entire Main Street event. Mm-hmm. So from really the hours of the event are 4:30 to 7:30. And I didn't try to confuse people with our event being just a little bit half hour earlier, but I had a different thing in mind anyway. And so from 4:30 to 7:30. So, for example, across the street is Sheer Bliss and her clothing store, Benjamin Grace. Mm-hmm. They will be open. I know she's got Leather Roots, which is earrings, going to be in there. She has a second building where I'm pretty sure Connie Woosley from Tupperware is going to be there.
There's some other small pop-up little businesses. We don't have the list.
The whole list, yes.
Definitely a fun event, and it's just in the block of Main Street right here.
And Farmer's Daughter, which is photography. They've got clothing and home deck signs for 2 different companies there. Down the street at Something to Share, she's doing wine. What would be better on it? We're going to have the mocktails. She's going to have the real wine, cocktails, kind of thing. And anyway, there's going to be food trucks. Or at least one food truck. I think Babes is going to be here. So much fun. And the event itself, if you want to say, is free. You can come and window shop and just enjoy the friendship you have with your girlfriends. Yeah. Come out, spend the evening. Lots of things going on within the Main Street. So now we are asking about for RSVPs just because we want to make sure we have enough food for you. So if you think you are coming to our mocktail event, that you can go a couple of different places, but if you literally go on to henandchickstudio.com/mocktails, you're going to find the RSVP link, and you can you can add all of your girlfriends in there as you plan that, and you can learn more about Natalie and Ann, so it's really good. Yep. Okay, so we want to see you all on the 26th. It's going to be awesome. All right, now, one of the things that we have been really trying to make sure, I always say, we don't know what we don't know.
Right.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we have discovered is that many people, let's grab our little red bag, we have a lot of Red Bag Club members. Let me do my little banner. Okay, we have a lot of Red Bag Club members, which are wonderful. That we've been doing a red bag since day one at Hen and Chick Studio.
A unique thing to Hen and Chick Studio.
Yes,
it's awesome.
Yes, and when we turned 10, we got new bags. So this is the new bag. So like you may be a Red Bag Club member and have the old bag. And if you don't have the new bag, all you have to do is tell us when you come in and we'll get you the new bag. And the new bag has a pocket in the back. And it's kind of like
Vinyl
laminated or what you call it, whatever. And so, okay. So how do you become a Red Bag Club member, right? If you spend $100 or more at one time, then you become a member for free. It's lifetime. I always say that the joke is we don't let you out. You're always going to be in. But we have switched a couple of things, and we're trying to email our Red Bag Club members every month. And what we're discovering, we had 3 people yesterday after we went live, and we said this, and it's so easy for us to check. Email us, call us. If you are not getting emails from us and did not get the special
specifically for the
Red Bag,
and are a member of the Red Bag.
That's right. We can check all of that on our computer and verify it. So not to worry. If you're not sure whether you're a Red Bag Club member, or if you want to become a Red Bag Club member, let us know, and we'll help you with that.
Because the Red Bag Club members, you want to you get your email. So that's
right. Because in April we have something special. Yep. I'm gonna just tease you, and you have to reserve your something special by April 26th. They are not available to pick up until April 26th. Which is obviously in correlation with our girls' night out. So, of course, another great reason to come and pick up your free gift from the Red Bag Club for club members. But you got to reserve it before then, so we make sure we have one just for you.
Yep, and we will have it ready to go for you. If you're not local, though, Heidi, let's say the Red Bag Club members can still participate in that, and they can find out the details of that.
Now, you would think as many times as we go over the list of what we're going to talk about, and that we talk and we bring stuff up here, right? Yeah. I forgot my thing. So I'm going to walk back, and would you tell everybody about what Take Home Tuesday is?
You betcha.
Because I forgot.
Okay.
Hey, I forgot.
Oh, yes, she's going to now. And I'm going to give a little tease, too, because we're a little taller. The camera's a little higher today because we want you to really see that quilt that's behind us. So if you're thinking we're not quite as centered as we usually are, hang in there because we're going to talk about some stuff. So we have something that is called Take Home Tuesday. And when we do Take Home Tuesdays, it's meant to be a project that is something creative, right? It not necessarily having to do with sewing or quilting. It might be cooking or scrapbooking or painting, all different sorts of things. They're basically projects that can be done within 15 to 20 minutes, most of the time with supplies you'd already have at home. Another way, because we say it all the time, Heidi, but I think another, I want to say, unique trait perhaps that we bring to the table at Hen and Chick Studios, we like to say we're about all things creative.
That's right. And we may have mostly fabric supplies for quilting and for sewing, that kind of thing, but both you and I dabble in a lot of other things because we like to be creative.
Yes, and there's all sorts of benefits of being creative outside of the box of just doing something.
That's right.
Therapy, right? Do you agree? Oh. Sometimes being creative is therapy. Sometimes it's frustrating, but you walk away and you come back, but you learn new techniques. It keeps your brain working, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So we do have under our inspiration tab a page that is called Take Home Tuesday, which has most of our episodes that we've
lots.
done.
I don't know if I can't say that there are hundreds, but there are a lot.
If you're looking for a fun, quick project or just something to do with maybe grandkids or yourself or a group of friends, there's lots of ideas on there.
Yes.
So that is on henandchickstudio.com under the inspiration tab, Take Home Tuesday. And gosh, about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I think it's almost a month ago because I look back, I think it was the 21st of March, which is fascinating how fast the time goes. And almost a month ago, you invited me to join, and we had fun with paint and a squeegee.
Yeah, and it was fun. And actually, when we got done with that particular time, we're like, now we want to do more. I mean, it was really fun.
It was fun.
Heidi had hers, and I guess we could have brought the one that I did up there because there was nothing much more to finish on mine.
Yes.
Mine involved just putting dots and pulling it.
And yours, Linda, kind of looked like a crowd of people.
Yeah.
And several people are like, is that supposed to be a crowd? Because it really, amazingly,
kind of
did. It did look like that. Yeah. And so mine has sat at home because I of course had a larger canvas, and I taped some spots off because why not?
Yep.
And I did not, I mean, sometimes we do things sort of like it's okay. We did not use painter's tape because we didn't have any. And you know what? It really wasn't the point of it. so often, I don't know about you, but I think when whether we're quilting or whatever it is, whether we're playing with our fabrics, don't you think we just need to let ourselves get into that mindset?
Yeah. And it's okay if it's not perfect, or creative opportunities present themselves.
That's right. And last night, I can't always say that I go home and I go, oh, I've got to create something tonight. But last night I just had an overwhelming need to, like, okay, what am I going to do? I've got to create something. And of course, I walked in my sewing room and the canvas was sitting there, and I had never pulled the tape off. So I actually went live in our creative community, which if you're not a member of our creative community, you of course can join. It is a Facebook group. You just have to answer a couple questions so that we know you're not a robot, and then you can get in. And so I went live in there just showing us pulling the tape off. And then I thought, oh, I don't know if I'll get very far. I kind of even said, I'll maybe show it to you tomorrow. Well, let me tell you, I got into the whole thing and I could not stop because I was having so much fun. I found a silver pen with a little metallic.
Yep.
And, I thought, oh, this will be good. And the things that I find that I can, like, get so, what's the word, focused, I guess, on doing it. I don't even know what was going on around in the house. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because
you're so into
I was so just, just centered on that. And I like that. It kind of makes, it winds you down at the end of the day, that kind of thing. And so I thought I would show you all this morning what I did. And so I think, if you want to say, I called this the top. I don't know. Do I need to go closer? Let's see how it shows up. We'll see how it shows up here. And so pulled off the tape, and I knew I would want to put words in there. So ended up, there was a plan that the words going this, like in these short spots, in this direction were just words. And then the words going in the long were more sayings that were important. And of course, I have my word intentional on there because I am doing one little word with Allie Edwards, and my word for the year is intentional. And that's what I was trying to do, was be intentional.
Yeah. And it turned out adorable. And so when she started this, there was no plan to it. So I guess the whole point, too, of this is just to show another way to be creative. And you had no plan when you started, and you just kind of went with it.
It's sometimes
you gave yourself permission to go.
Absolutely. And sometimes, like, I'm trying to think, like here, it was sort of obvious the way the circles were that I could draw something around the circles. And then there were a few times where it's like, the paint didn't speak to me, and I just drew my image on there. And anyway, had fun with it. So there is and of course I did put my name and my the date on it, so because maybe someday the kids will be like,
sign your work of art.
They'll think it's one of their pieces of artwork, and I'll be like, no, it was mine.
Yeah.
So anyway, just a reminder that we do have lots of other kinds of ideas that are on the website. So if you have not ever been to our website, it certainly is a great way to be inspired. And I think one of the things even to talk about while we're talking about the website, and I can see this morning we've got some people on our website, some people on Facebook. That's the beauty of the software that we're using, is that it is, when we go live like this, it is on our website. So you do not have to be a part of Facebook to only see our lives there. They're always there. They live on the live shopping tab on our website, at least the last 6 to 8. And then we usually upload them and also put them onto YouTube to last longer.
Yes. So you have plenty of opportunity to see that.
Absolutely.
And plenty of reasons to be inspired. Now, Heidi, I kind of teased them because I said, if they're wondering, why we're lower in the picture frame today than typically we're closer, because we wanted them to really pay attention to this beautiful quote in the background up here.
It is.
So we're going to be getting to that here
in just a second. And Jamie, we haven't done an unboxing for a while.
Oh yeah,
and
we do have
2 boxes to unbox. That will be at the end, so I hope you'll stick with us, and we'll do all that at the end. Okay, so yesterday we did announce the brand new sew along. It's called Shout It Out. So, do you want to hold that and
let's see if we can get it. This is a free downloadable pattern. from our website, Hen and Chick Studio. The barcode is up there. You can just download it that way, or you can just simply go to our website if you're uncertain and you don't know how that works. You can always do a search and shout it out.
Yep.
There's all sorts of information coming about this that's already on there.
That's right. We have a web page devoted to it. So it is henandchickstudio.com/shout it out. No spaces in between that word. So shout it out. And so that's where the videos are going to live, because starting May 4th, we're going to have our first video. It's going to be a creative conversation with the designer of this pattern, Sarah Maxwell. And she'll be able to tell us more insight about what she did, what she likes. But as always, if you download the pattern and start working, bravo, kudos to you, go for it. I know Minerva's watching this morning, and I know she downloaded it yesterday. Minerva, do we need to get the link up for you submitting your finished, finished shout it out before the weekend?
Yeah.
Because I know how Minerva sews, and I have a feeling she'll have that piece made. It's wonderful. But of course, as you're working on it, we always love it if you go back to the creative community and share what you're working on, because that's part of the fun.
Or even get interaction. I've seen Anne Kuhlman has asking about binding. If you're looking at some different fabric selections for this quilt, now you might want to download it and kind of study it for a little bit. We like it when patterns come black and white, because it lets your mind be a little bit more creative. But we also understand that some people don't. They want somebody to help them with the coloring.
That's right.
Stick it in that creative community. You'll be surprised what. You might get some input that you don't care for, and you might get some that is like such a great idea, but that's what it's about. So
absolutely. So I hope you'll join us for the Shout It Out Sew Along. Technically, it started.
Minerva has her colors picked.
Oh, she's got her stuff. Good job, Minerva. We love it. All right. Well, I think it is time for a Shout It Out question before we get to. So what you're going to. I love that name, Shout It Out, right?
Which as a song. Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud. Yeah.
Didn't know that. Okay, so there we go. We have another. Sure. Okay, so today the Shout It Out question is going to be, what is your favorite color? So get in the comments and start writing, what is your favorite flower? Do you have a favorite?
You just said color and flower.
I'm sorry. What's your favorite flower?
Okay,
what did
flower.
I see?
First you said color, but
I'm
I was
so
like,
sorry.
Wow, that's going to make it hard.
Oh my gosh. What is your, well, you can say
flower
and what is the favorite color of your flower?
Okay, but that's even hard. So let us know what I'm trying to think. Your favorite flower to get, your favorite flower to grow. You can have two.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so my favorite flower to grow are iris.
I love iris too.
My grandmother had so many iris in her flower bed, and I am very lucky that Mom and Dad moved into her house. So they were able to split. So the irises that are at my house.
Some at my house from my great grandma too.
Oh, isn't that fun? And now I will tell you, I am not very good about the information about flowers. And I had a friend, Marcia, who always would, when she gave me flowers, and she too gave me iris, she would give me an index card with the name of the flower. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
And she was always so wonderful about keeping track of the name of every flower in her garden. Yeah. And I admire that. Yeah. I admire that for people, because it's wonderful.
Gosh.
So what's your favorite flower?
Well, my favorite, I have too many. I love gardening. That's probably one of the creative things I do. If I could have flower gardens and window boxes and everything and just do that in the summer, it'd be overflowing. I already go it. But when you're talking about iris, I have some from my great-grandmother, but I also have coral bells that are from my great-grandmother. So it's fun to see when those perennial type flowers here in Iowa, anyway, they're perennial. How many generations it could go back. I mean, think of it, because it just keeps splitting and splitting and splitting, the coral bells. I think one of my favorite ones to grow, that is a simple one to grow, but it is beautiful, is also the impatient. Because they can the bright burst of color. I could go on and on, because I love all sorts of them. And people,
love it. Peonies, hollyhocks.
Those are
beautiful. Gerber daisies, lilacs. And the smell of lilacs. And I always think they're around Mother's Day.
Yeah. So anyway, probably my favorite flower to get, and this is not necessarily my favorite, but it was what my dad gave my mom, and then it's what she had for her wedding, and then that's what we had on my dad's casket when he passed away, is the yellow rose. Oh. Which is kind of unusual. But,
isn't that beautiful? Now, I do have to say, there are some flowers that are weeds And you know one that blooms around my birthday is grandmother's lace.
Oh, yeah.
And I always loved and the
look
ditches.
of it, yeah.
Yes, the look of it, and then to be able to pull out a little bit, put it in a
It does look
flower.
nice.
I always liked
Yeah.
it. Yes.
So you make sure and tell us. Oh, Columbine, that's another good one. Yeah.
I
love
keep
all
the
sorts
list
of
coming,
flowers.
everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yep.
Yep. It's Sally's got it.
Yep.
And
Attractive,
patience
yep.
to grow and roses to receive.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Oh, keep them coming. I
That's
love
awesome.
it. We're going to be inspired for what we
Dang,
can.
I'm gonna want to go to the garden center.
Yes,
so,
you
anyway,
are. Yes.
Well, Heidi, we should really be talking about what we want to feature today, which is our garden.
Garden Society.
Yeah.
Garden Society. It is an absolutely beautiful collection of fabrics, and we have done several different things with them. And in fact, I think at this point we should open my suitcase up a little. Don't you think? I'm going to leave it over here because it's a little hard
Do you
to
want
see.
to set it on this? Would that be helpful?
There you go. Okay, maybe we could. Okay, so I feel like the
magician.
magician. I'm going to see what's in my magic box. Okay,
Just go back.
so there we go. So the first thing is Garden Society is a collection from Moda, and it is a beautiful, beautiful collection. And you know what we discovered, and I think this is what's interesting. We've never featured it
No.
in a live show today, and so today's the first time you guys have seen it. And I love it because we have some things that are made from it. Okay, so let's start with, I'm going to show you the fat quarter bundles. Okay, so that we can see up close. I'm going to get up here. And first of all, I'm showing you Garden Society Pistachio Green Fat Quarter Bundle. And we'll show you some of the fabrics up close in a minute. But this is the Garden Society Pistachio Green. So there are 7 fat quarters in here. And you can see all the butterflies. There's a cricket. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. A very pretty daisy. Okay. Then we have the aqua, which is also 7 fat quarters. And it, again, pretty bloom. There's the daisy in there. There are no repeats in any of these. So if you think, oh, I just saw that in the other, no, it's not. They are all slightly different. So like the difference between what I just showed you is that the pistachio is more green versus the aqua more blue. But again, they go beautifully together. Okay. Then we have the coral, which is such a pretty, they're such a pretty color, little, and there's some pretty blue in here. Flowers. I'm going to turn it around. Got that. Is that a peony? Would you call that a peony? The one that's on the back?
Yeah. Or, yeah.
I don't know.
Carnation? I'm not sure exactly
what it's supposed to be. Okay, so that's the coral. And then last but not least is cornflower blue. And so again, you see the green and the aqua and the coral, but then this pretty blue in there. And there's that same peony on the back. Isn't that just an absolutely gorgeous? So those are the 4 fat quarter bundles. So again, they're not all the same. So like the cornflower blue and the coral each have 9. So if you said, I want a fat quarter collection of the entire line, then you would get all 4 of these fat quarter bundles. And then you would know you had all the pieces. And I'd have to add 18 and 14. So is it 32? Mm-hmm. 32 pieces in the entire collection to give you just a little bit of an idea. So we've got that. So should I put those back in there? Because they're so pretty. We'll put them all right there. Okay. And in fact, so let's show them a couple of the pieces that I think are, should we, and I was going to even say, should we start with one of these? Let's do this one. Because I think it is absolutely beautiful how all of the pieces come together.
Well, maybe.
Interesting.
Show it.
It's not even
Registering.
You know, I did charge and it just.
There, this one went.
All right. Well, we don't know.
Yep,
some days we don't know. Okay. So here is the blue with the kind of coral and yellow. So there's even some yellow in here. In the pieces. But this piece, what I love about this guy is that it looks like patchwork, but we don't have to sew it. Okay, so I'm going to try to go this way to be able to show you. So the diamonds are all made up of the individual pieces Can I give you that? And I'll grab this. Okay. So 2 different pieces. Now I'm going to show the blue one. And so you can see that, again, those are the 2 variations of that. So if you needed a main focal point or the backing of your quilt, then these 2 pieces are absolutely gorgeous. And then pull out the crickets, one of the crickets. Because
this is kind of a fun little addition to the, I don't know why. How is that?
it is at the, we always, we love technology. We're not sure.
Might be the glare of the sun.
Might be. Look at the crickets. There are crickets on there, and they're in different colors. I'm holding what I believe is the aqua, and then the pistachio. Isn't it interesting?
Yeah.
We learn so much every time we do a live. So very, very pretty pieces with those crickets.
Coral one of the crickets too. Kind of just makes it was a little unexpected when we got it. I was like, oh, crickets. But how fun is that?
Yes. And then what we did, we've done 2 different quilts. One is made, one is being made. So what you see behind us is the pattern Cozy Cabin. And it is a pattern from Modernly Morgan. And let me see if I get that up there. Okay, so Cozy Cabin, Modernly Morgan, so that you can see they're kind of in her collection. And then there is our quilt. And let me just shift just a little bit so you can see the whole quilt. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I will tell you, let's see, I'll pull it. I think we're okay. I can see you too. So, okay, so here's a perfect example. Let's talk a little bit about the kits here at Hen and Chick Studio. So, there are differences in how patterns are written.
Absolutely.
This is a great pattern from the standpoint we love the design, we love the look of it. But in my book, it's a little tight on fabric requirements. And I make mistakes. I cut something, or you buy a big bundle of fabric like this and you think, oh, that one piece is just not my favorite.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, but if I don't use it, will I mess up? Okay. So we have definitely, so for example, this includes 32 fat quarters. And truly, the pattern that you see behind us only requires 22 assorted fat quarters.
So if they didn't want the pistachio green,
less of it.
They could take that and not use as much of it. So your quilt, while it could look similar to this, could have a way different variation than what our quilt does.
Now, we were very strategic, right? Do you see that there's 16 blocks? And so we were able to use those 32 fabrics to our advantage and make sure that, because 32 divided by 16 is, 2. So 2 blocks. You get the idea that you can get, you can have all of them in there and be very easy, or at the same time, you have a little extra. Because even like when we're cutting fat quarters, I think this is good knowledge for you and something for you to always be aware of. When we cut a fat quarter and we're cutting it at 18 by the width of fabric split in half,
21-ish.
Yeah, right. Kind of thing. That doesn't necessarily mean it's been straightened. So the first thing you do when you get a fat quarter is that you straighten it. Well, if the fabric is not quite skewed, even to our best cutting,
right,
you might have to straighten it up a little bit and lose a little bit. And if a pattern is too tight in how it's cut, then you might not have that. And so it's just something that we're aware of. So if you think to yourself, why on earth am I getting 32 fat quarters and it only calls for 22? Well, number one, again, room for error.
Yep.
Because
we want you to be, and we want you to, we know you may not get to it the same even year that you take it home.
Right. And then the fabric's gone.
Yep.
And the fabric's gone. So
we always have that extra little allowance in there.
Yes. So anyway, want to just make sure you know that that's all in there. Love this particular design and the pattern.
Yeah.
And so that is awesome for us to be able to use. The Cozy Cabin pattern is also just super nice. The other pattern we've been having fun with is called Faceted. And Faceted, again, another, this is a Robin Pickens quilt pattern. And we had so much fun with
I was just gonna
as I
say
say,
it too.
the pattern, oh my gosh, I can't even say it right at the moment. I love her designs. They have a real graphic look, and faceted is absolutely that. Well, we couldn't stop ourselves with the Garden Society, so we've actually created a kit that will be using the blue greens and the corals so that you can create the faceted quilt kit. And
I'll hold that up so you can
yeah,
kind of see.
so you can imagine. So the coral and the pistachio will be the big diamonds. The cornflower blue would be these accents where the green is. Okay, so that's how we've divided that up, and I think that is going to be a gorgeous quilt as well. But Jamie, as always, we get stuck on a quilt. And we love this pattern, and you're like, oh my gosh, we could do it in this, and we could do it in that, and we could do it in this. So we do have to show you another kit that's getting made right now as well. And we actually did faceted in a patriotic. And so in this particular case, our big parts of the quilt will be the reds and the whites, and then the blue will be the accent. So if you like what you see in green here would be the blue, and then the big diamonds, I'm going to call them, are actually red and white.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how that is going to turn out, because I think it'll be a great patriotic quilt.
Absolutely.
So very good on that. Oh my gosh, there's so many fun things to be able to do. So we hope you're liking Garden Society, and maybe some of the flowers you like are inside of the quilt.
And pull up another one of the Garden Society, because we showed some larger scale prints and some fun, but it also has some nice, just simple, what do we say, less busy, not as graphic.
Yes, like they're the coordinates. They're the pieces that are the supporting actors and actresses of our.
And I do like this. This comes in three variations, but I like that one by itself too. I'll put a standalone to put with something different. And it can be an accent piece because it has that little bit larger scale detail, but it can also be a supporting role.
Yes, absolutely. So many fun pieces. All right, so, do you want to, is it easier at this point? Let's see, have we shown the big peony? Yes, we did. What about the butterfly? Oh, the butterfly. There you go. We haven't shown the butterfly. And again, he's a good.
Yep.
Butterflies are so fun as to they're part of summer, part of being able to be in a garden. They're fun to see, and of course this little flower as well.
And this little.
I'll turn it around here.
A floor. Let me get to this one. Kind of more of a
fleur de lis,
or however you say that.
Yes, little design factor.
Another butterfly. We're just randomly kind of trying to show you some of the different pretties here. Oh, I should have done the other floor. Oops. When we did that. But you can start to see how the colors play together through this as we go. And another daisy. And
this would be in the aqua. The other one was the.
Give that one back to me.
Oh, did it not?
There we go.
So absolutely, and aren't daisies always fun and bright?
And you know, Heidi, even as we're pulling this, I could just see it sometimes. Like if you didn't like that, say the green colors, and you wanted more of this aqua-y color, you could certainly go and just use the aquas out of the collection as you went through it.
Heidi has created a dangerous mountain over here of all these pretty fabrics. I don't want them to fall and land on us. Okay, so yes, another very pretty piece. Very pretty piece. All right. Well, all sorts of things that we are showing here with our Garden Society collection. Again, it is from Moda, and the designer is Crystal Manning. Not somebody that I happen to know, but we like Crystal's work. Yeah. So maybe we'll see future fabrics from her as well. Okay, I think we are ready for a little unboxing.
Yes, and we have not done an unboxing. Actually, we don't have anything, we don't know exactly what's in the box.
No, I don't.
Sometimes. So we don't have anything to scan. We're just simply going to
show it to you.
We're
going to show it to you. We'll find out what it is.
You do your drag over.
Okay, I'll drag over. And we're not opened. Yeah, we're not sure. Did we bring a scissors?
Yep, they're somewhere.
All right, we're gonna find them. They're always hiding.
Because we used them already. Well, we were organized.
We did have them, but maybe did they get put under here? We're finding them. Don't worry.
I'll just go get some.
All right, grab another pair. Oh well, okay. So we are gonna unbox some fabric, see what it is. We'll tell you what it is when we get it open here. Just give me a minute.
And so if you are joining us late, the shouted out question of the day is question of the day. That's a good one.
Oh, it is.
The shouted out question of the day
Oh,
is
I like
what is
that.
your favorite flower? And it can
Yes.
be what you like to receive, what you like to grow, anything like that. But we love that people are putting stuff in there, too.
Absolutely. And I think we may have to do that, shout it out every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so I can tell already, you know we love the supporting actors and actresses, the backgrounds of our quilts, because you've got to have those pieces to let the other pieces shine, right? And so I can tell already there's multiple bolts of the same color, so there won't be a ton of pieces, but I do think it's important, and these are two, that one's, is that one?
That one's different.
That one's different. Okay, hold on. We don't even know here. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna try to get. So these are from P&B Fabric, and looks like I ordered 3 different grays. This appears to be the darkest gray, I believe, and it's kind of got a little bit of a, I'm gonna call it a green hint. Wouldn't you say?
Because the next one, that one kind of, I would say.
Okay, so that's the dark. And maybe this one is more.
That one's more tealish greenish.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really gray.
No, I wouldn't call it gray myself. Serenity. I think that's the name of the collection. And so I love the kind of different tones in the background of it.
When you're holding it up there, I
It
really
is
like
very
that.
pretty. And then this I would say is gray. And it is a lighter version of that. And is that all we have? I bet that's it, isn't it? Yeah. So when we order pieces like this, we do order multiple bolts because it's not uncommon. Like, for example, Dayflower that we just got done with, Dayflower needed 3 yards. And it's just not uncommon to need 3 to 4 yards or 5 yards of a background color. So we do try to order multiples of the same color so that we have that in stock for you. So 3 different grays. I believe the collection is called Serenity. It is that, and interesting.
Very pretty.
This one's more aqua than gray.
Yeah, it'd be a very, actually very, even if you use all 3 together, very peaceful.
Very calming.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, well, Jamie, we've always got fun stuff happening here at Hen and Chick Studio. Today is no different than any other day. We've got fun things coming up. We do hope we'll see you if you're local or semi-local, even if you have to drive. The weather should be good next week. And be able to come to our Girls' Night Out April 26th and enjoy not only Hen and Chick Studio, but all of the stores on our main street.
Absolutely. It will be a fun time. And as always, we hope that in some way, shape, or form, that there's something that inspires you today, whether it's Heidi's doodle painting.
That's right.
I had no plan from the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Go onto our Take Home Tuesday page, find something to do today, whether it's maybe rainy.
It's rainy some places in Iowa at least. So until the next time, whatever it is you do, be creative.
Bye.